Yeah.
Rage and
Because he'll fuck it up.
I know I will. Raging. That's right, folks. Live at Free Admissions. This is Gym Crashers with Joey the Bull, Dondo, and Rage Ng.
Raging.
That's what I said. Raging.
He said Enging.
I said Raging.
It sounds like the guy's name is Ray and his last name is Jing, the way you say
Raging.
it.
I said Raging. This is damn bandana. It's too damn tight.
Got that in place. We got Rage with us from Black House in the hidden location in Los Angeles that we will not bring up. But the man, and, you know, I often bring this up to people that I know, is that Rage is a great guy. I met him, gosh, too many times. Not enough, actually. But he's a mystery to me in that I know what he does. I know what he's all about. I know he loves cats. I know he trains Blake Troop. I actually thought Blake Troop was your son. Saw you two walking up. I said, it's father and son.
We get that.
Yeah.
We get that. Yeah.
You guys are
I mean,
very
fuck,
similar.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Hey, you know?
We always get that. I always say that's my dad, too.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
He's really short, but hey, he has a big dick.
Hey, well, that's never been said about me, but thank you, Joey.
No problem, Dad.
Does having one ball mean that your thing has to be bigger or smaller? Does it have no effect on that?
It looks bigger.
It must,
Yeah.
right? Or being a bigger guy, does it look like a mushroom and that's all?
Well,
No.
He hasn't seen it in how many years? So.
It's-
Yeah, ever since I got fat, I don't see it anymore.
You're right. You're right.
You know, as soon as I get skinny, that thing's gonna be looking freaking solid like a rock. May need some cleaning because it's been in a turtle shell for a long time. A lot of schmegma, you know.
You ain't ready for 220, Joey. Like, it's coming.
I don't know how you even deal with that. Can you get under there and get the cheese
Of
out of
course, I could, take a shower. I got one of those nozzles that comes off. I pull it back and get some soap.
it? Whoa. Were you
Like
circumcised?
I'm starting a fire. Huh?
No, you
Yeah, I have no
I wasn't
freaking
sure.
turtleneck.
I remember you told me you go to synagogue, so I wasn't sure being Jewish how it went. You know?
No, I am circumcised and I have no turtleneck. So it's
Wow.
like this shirt I'm wearing right now. It's very tight in the neck, but it looks like this.
You've stretched it out really good, though.
These are all images that will never leave my brain again.
That's my penis right now.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's what I wanted to do on a Tuesday evening.
That's why we brought Rage here. All the way from L.A.
He's like, dude, what did I get myself into? Well, I figured having that crazy name of yours, you're just so used to this type of talk.
So what have you been up to? We're in the middle of COVID still. Some say we're at the tail end of it. I don't think so. We're still kind of in the midst of not doing a damn thing.
Yeah.
You guys are doing your thing or not doing your thing?
We are low-key modified doing our thing.
That makes sense.
Thing is,
Good answer.
We, being at Black House, tonight, first of all, Vanessa
Shout out to
and Brady
Yay.
are fighting probably right now.
Little
in
Monster.
the Contender Series.
A little monster. Yeah.
Vanessa Demopoulos.
Demopoulos.
And Brady Hong.
So Brady. So I know about Vanessa because we've had her on. I haven't had Brady on. Tell me about Brady.
What's there to tell? Featherweight, I believe, or bantamweight.
Okay.
But great grappler.
Okay.
Good fighter. Great record. And he's on the Contender Series.
And how did he get on? It seems like Vanessa's on the radar. She's out there pumping herself. Brady, not so much.
Brady, not so much, except he wins his fights.
Oh, that's the best way to do it.
So, yeah. He might be undefeated, but
Brady Hahn is someone we're definitely going to look into.
so
Shout out to him tonight.
Right now, it's happening, and I'm guessing they're both making it. I'm guessing they're both going to get contracts.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, I'd say Vanessa's going to choke a bitch out, and Brady's going to get top position and drop some elbows and do some damage.
I like that.
Elbows.
Elbows and hand grenades.
Hand grenades.
Yes.
Right?
Late
Damn.
Troop copyright registered.
I know.
That's all right.
Hopefully you'll get paid
We'll
a
have a
little bit for
royalty
that.
for you, Blake.
I
One
don't
of these
like
days.
cease and desist, so.
No.
Okay.
I'll stop.
That is funny. That's funny. Elbows.
Elbow.
I'll say it again. Elbows. Ching.
Oh, so I was actually answering a question. So because we have all the talent at Black House, we have to be super careful
Yeah.
about
That's right.
the La Cucarachis, and
Yeah.
we've been really fortunate, but we've also been really diligent about disinfecting and social distancing and only a certain number of people.
Yeah.
And so with most of my fighters, I train them privately, kind of in the corner.
Sure.
Hush, hush, right?
Yeah.
But I think the whole COVID nonsense, I don't want to talk about it too much.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's been mishandled.
Yes.
I think anyone
Exactly.
that's out there registered to vote should recall Gavin Newsom and recall fucking Garcetti. But
Yeah.
that's all I'm going to say.
Well, there's places that did not shut down and have better results. So the proof's out there. You know.
I mean, have you been to strip clubs lately? I haven't caught COVID yet at a strip
That kind
club.
of money, Joe. Tell us what happens at strip clubs.
I was just joking. Babe, I love you.
Favorite training meme I saw recently where some guy, like some fitness trainer or somebody, like tweet out, it's like, oh yeah, we're in the middle of a pandemic. It's Saturday night. Bars are packed. Restaurants are packed. Beaches are packed. And the gyms are still closed. I guess I'll go screw myself then.
Yeah.
I was just
That
like,
seem weird.
it's the
We-
perfect
how about
like,
this?
analogy.
Fights are now legal.
Yeah.
Or legal, but they are approved.
Yeah.
Without an audience, but your gyms are closed.
Mm-hmm.
There's no team training.
Yeah.
Only.
Backyard style.
I mean, that sounds exactly like California government.
Yeah.
You can have fights, but you can't train for them.
No.
Oh, okay, cool, thanks.
Well, how does it feel to have two fighters at the Contender Series right now? It's got to be amazing.
They're teammates. They're not. I don't train them.
Not directly, okay.
Right. But it's. Whew. Okay. How do I say this without sounding too arrogant? I mean, it's Black
par
House.
for the course.
It's Black House.
Right?
So yeah, we are a fucking.
Yeah, you churn out champions.
Yes.
I get it. And I'm just stoked just knowing that they're there. So
Yeah.
it's in Vegas right now.
Yep.
They're probably fighting right now. We'll get
Probably
results
right
tonight.
now. They probably have already won their fights.
Wow. Robert, look into
And,
that.
and
since
we're
you're
waiting to
up there.
get their contracts. That's what I'm thinking.
I like that.
So how do you live stream this stuff so we can probably get some people if you're actually watching out there and watching our show and then watching the fights, please let us know what the results are.
I can't read.
Robert will look
I'll
it
have
up.
I
to-
have Vanessa's results.
Oh, you do?
Oh, it's already
results are. Tell
This is
us.
on off of
Look at that's why we got this guy here.
MMAJunkie.com.
MMA Junkie has everything.
In the strawweight matchup, Corey McKenna outlasted her opponent's frequent submission attempts to earn a unanimous decision over Vanessa.
Brady got knocked out.
Brady got knocked out. Okay, well, hey,
Adrian Giannis hit about a 1-2, put him out.
Adrian
But he said
Giannis.
he never dropped. So it's crazy. He said that kid took the 1-2, and he was clearly like done.
Out on his
And
feet.
hit some more, and he kept standing and never went down. He said, "How the hell?"
It's because he's a
he
badass.
stopped it.
Wow.
He's a badass. There's no two ways about it. It is what it is. Well, that's a tough place to be. I mean, we've had other
I
friends
don't
there.
like the judging for Vanessa. because
Yeah,
when
that
I'm
one,
looking at
like,
it, it's like
from-
she's throwing submissions after submissions after submissions.
We didn't see the fight. We didn't see the fight, but it's usually safe to assume that the judges.
I mean, even
That's
in the
right.
article, like right here, that's the way they're putting it. It's like,
Why do we
they're
have a
making
world
Vanessa
where
sound way
MMA
better.
judges don't train MMA or fight? They're just judges. It does not make sense. That's like me conducting brain surgery, or at least overseeing it. I have no idea what's going on there. You know what I mean?
I know that feeling. When I was at a hot dog eating contest, I clearly beat the guy by one hot dog, and they said nope because he had the whole thing in his mouth and mine was coming back up.
Oh, well, we know you're a swallower, but I guess at that moment you were regurgitating.
And these guys are skinnier judges, and they're like, really? Okay, whatever.
There's something to be said about skinny guys putting down hot dogs. How's your hot dog eating game there, Adam?
Not great.
No?
I'm not a big hot dog guy.
Oh,
but
okay. I was going to put you up against Joey.
I don't think I'd win.
No?
I don't think I got a chance.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
No.
Maybe in pasta, I got him.
Yeah.
I can out eat him in some pasta. Good pasta eating contest.
Well, one of these days, we're going to put that together. Getting back to Rage.
Yep.
Fighting, how does that start for you?
How does fighting start for me?
You just come out swinging from the womb?
Even before I fucking got to the womb, right?
Right.
Remember? So I'm deaf in my left ear,
Yes.
which is why I keep turning.
He's
and
fighting to
looking,
hear me.
Right?
Yes.
Why the fuck am I doing
Well,
that?
that's all good. You don't want to look at me. I want Joey to conduct the interview, but you know.
Yeah. So swam through spermicide, unplanned.
That's quite a bit of
Unwanted.
fighting, yes.
Yeah. Right. Ended up with some birth defects and some mental defects, but life goes on. Hey.
Boxing.
Well, started out literally. I was raised by two ministers as a pacifist.
What?
Yeah, which is a long way of saying victim or target.
Oh, jeez.
Especially in our generation.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Because you couldn't speak up. Now at least kids have a voice. Not that it's not
And a
happening.
safe space.
Yeah,
Right? So,
that's crazy.
yeah, about 12 years old, I said, I'm going to rebel.
Yeah.
You know what my rebellion was?
Scared to ask.
Hitting back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
It's like, what are you going to do that my grandmother hasn't already done?
Hey, you burned a church or something.
Oh, jeez.
So, yeah,
Lord.
by getting my ass kicked for the first 6 years, 7 years, 10 years of my life, I inadvertently developed the skill for violence.
Yeah, that's impact, right? You're taking impact and you learn to deal with it.
And if you're not afraid to get hit, you can hit a whole lot harder, a whole lot better. And so,
I like that.
yeah.
You're not tentative. We see that
So
a lot.
then, basically, problem childhood, my salvation was actually the martial arts, right? Structure, channel
That's
it.
so true,
So
yeah.
fucking cliche, right?
No, I like it. We got to find it somewhere. Somebody tells me they go to the military and they find discipline there. Martial
Right?
arts is
Martial
another
arts,
place, right?
Exactly.
When you say martial arts, what was the discipline you first went to?
What I first started with when I was young, 13, 14,
Sure.
was Okinawan karate.
Oh, wow.
And
And that's different than mainland karate in that you're actually, it's not a dance.
it's not a dance, but there's so many different systems of karate and
Yeah.
styles of karate, and you talk with these people in this lineage, and they will say that's not karate and we're
Sure.
Hey, okay, cool, whatever, family business, you guys handle it. But the system that I studied or that I learned, a Marine came back from being stationed in Okinawa and opened a school.
That sounds like combat martial arts.
That seems like it to me. And the one thing I actually draw on from the traditional martial arts is the structure, the discipline, and learning how to learn, right? Which is actually missing in the modern expression. And you go into a gym, a boxing gym, a Muay Thai gym. It's not as
It's not a
structured.
constructive environment,
Right.
sure.
So that's where I started. Anyway, fast forward to the early 90s
Yeah.
and watched my first UFC and said, I can do that.
November 13th, 1993.
Yeah, except I had to wait for the VHS copy, and I probably missed the first one and saw the second one, and anyway. But I do remember being traumatized watching Pat Smith get wrapped up by Hoist Gracie.
Right.
Just going, ink, ink, ink.
It looked like almost no power, but yeah.
But everything I thought I knew is a lie.
I think that's everybody. We all thought that. Right? What'd you think of that, Joe? Did you watch it?
I watched a lot of it growing up because we watched a lot of UFC because of my stepfather. He was a big fan.
Those very first
I remember those first fights. I remember when my boy John Matua,
Yep.
when he fought against Tank Abbott. Good friends with John Matua, sparred with Tank Abbott. But John Matua was my boy, and then watching that fight where I'm like, oh my God, like here he's from, Samoa, he's doing his traditional fighting, and he just gets taken out like that. I'm like, oh, my boy John. It's like sad to see that fight every time because I look up to this guy. He's a big.
Well, it was the proving ground, and it still
Yeah.
is today. That's why it still stands. It's the proving ground for your style.
The only thing I didn't like at the time about UFC at the time was when you had, much respect to Gracie, but those matches were so long, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes of him just.
That's the beauty of fighting, is it should not have a time limit because sometimes you're building. I don't know if I agree with rounds.
Yeah, I like where you get the go in and boom, just done deal.
Well, that's a very American way to look at it.
That's the way I like it.
You have a fan right here. Now that brings me to a question, and I hope I vocalized this right. Tell me.
Earlier,
Yes.
I know, you keep asking, I cut you off.
No, it's okay. We're brothers, man.
We were talking about judges.
Yes.
And their incompetence, right? I look at that as a gift.
Yes.
Me, as a coach for the EYR division.
Yeah.
Now, the EYR division is my little group of guys, my little group of fighters.
Yeah.
EYR is spelled EYR.
Okay.
Engage your rage.
Here we go.
Yeah. That's
We talked
my
about
system.
this.
I really like
Engage
the
your rage.
aggression is a tool, or there's one of your clips where it was like aggression is
Wow.
a tool, or something
Doing
like
your
that.
research.
He does. He looks like a spaghetti noodle, but he
I'm
I'm a dangerous spaghetti noodle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if we think about it scientifically and evolutionarily, right? All mammals have aggression.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They better.
So biologically, there must be a reason for it,
Yeah.
right? And so much of the, and I'm not dissing the Taoists or the Zen Buddhists, but so much of TMA, the traditional martial arts, and trickle over elsewhere, they are almost avoiding that aspect of it. And right,
You're right. I'm listening.
right,
Yeah, because honestly, because I mean, I get it. Like I get what he's saying. I like his mentality when it comes to fighting. But yeah, sometimes you when you get that rage in you got to use it smart and quick. Because a lot of guys, when they get that rage in the ring, they're like, and then like the first round they get done, they're tired. Second round they get knocked out or get tied up and they're tapping out.
Yeah.
And that's why when you go in there, you got to go in to focus and kill. Done deal.
yeah, and differentiating between a fight and a sport,
Yes.
right?
Please.
And
We try to do that often here because the world has changed
right,
what that means at the moment.
right, yeah. So the way I look at it, my guys, my fighters, I say guys, but
I feel you.
gender inclusive,
Yes. Our peeps.
right? We're fighters trying to exist in society, right? So to not get locked up.
Yeah. You don't have to tell me. I mean, this show's very incriminating. You know what I mean? I go out there, I do something, they're like, well, look at that. He just said it right there. Right? There goes my future in politics.
Wait, can we edit this?
Yeah, we're on live. We're on live, brother.
It comes down to it.
We're on live. That's why I say
Pull it off.
live here at Free Admissions.
It's all hearsay. If we pull it off. Robert
I thought that
owns
was just
all
like
that.
No, we're actually that's what I'm streaming. A lot of people are commenting. People are watching right now.
Say, Joe.
Well, I mean,
Who said to shut the fuck up?
oh really? Oh, that must have been for Dondo.
It's always for me.
You little poo nanny. There you go.
Okay.
That's right, Johnny Punani. That's what they call me.
No, I got Mindy Hinojosa watching. I got my cousins from Florida. They're watching. I got Christina Bush from Jersey. They're watching. I can't pronounce that name. Hadi Squirrel. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that name.
Sage.
Sakura, something like that. Lyric and a host. My daughter's actually watching. Love you, baby girl.
All right.
She's
Your daughter's name is Lyric?
yeah, because I told you when I was in college, I was a music theater major, and that's when it all happened.
Joey.
Music
Theater.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I used to ballet,
was
tap,
a
and sing,
ballerina.
and I used to sing on stage. I used to do a lot of musicals and stuff.
Now, I had to. I was required to.
Yeah.
I went to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts and got my BFA in drama.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's why I
One of
like
the
this guy.
courses
This
that
fucking guy.
One of the courses that I took was voice and whatever.
Yeah.
I can tell. I
And
can hear
second semester, fucking Phantom of the Opera.
Oh man, what role did you play?
Fuck. What's that?
What role did you play?
Well, it was just the
Oh,
song.
because I did All I've Asked of You with Christine.
Okay.
Yeah, all I ask of you is
See?
stay with me. No, I can go back.
I'm not
just-
singing.
Well, yeah.
I'm just saying I had to sing for a grade.
There you go.
I can hear it though. You're very eloquently spoken, which is something that a coach, a mentor, a jiu-jitsu, boxing instructor, Muay Thai instructor would need. You cannot project.
Right?
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I see it all the time.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder how they're translating information.
I will tell you, working in boxing, there are some coaches,
Mm-hmm.
and I have not mastered this, but they will literally talk this loud across the room, and their fighter hears every fucking. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" I'm like,
Yeah.
No, I no that is true because my brother last week, my brother Gabriel, he was the loud guy. I
Yeah.
was the very soft,
Yeah.
so they can hear me just perfect.
I know.
So their team won't hear it.
They know.
Oh, yeah.
Like goes right.
They
in
know it.
Their ear, and no one else hears.
My brother Gabe was very loud and I was very soft, and so my fighter knew what I was saying. Where my brother Gabe was like,
Yeah, John DeLo's got a high pitch like Paul Rodriguez, so I
yeah,
can hear
Paul
him
Rodriguez.
anywhere. Yeah.
He sounds like him a little bit.
Tijuana. I always hear that guy. Yeah. That guy.
What's happening?
He He gets me shit walking out of the parking lot.
He
one
does.
time, like,
I bet.
He refused to shake my hand.
Can you
I
go
was
fuck
trying
yourself?
so hard. Yes.
That's how me and
He
Robert
shook
got
it Andre's
initiated
hand.
to the fight world. Is he said, "What the fuck do you two want?"
Yeah. He like walks out. He's just like, yo, I see you doing this fucking podcast. You never do anything on my gym.
I was with my big Hawaiian friend. I said, "Well, we came to fight." So they put gloves on us, and we got the shit kicked out of us.
Okay.
And then we repeated that same behavior for the next 10, 12 years.
Yeah. And John and I became friends because he does host a wrestling show at the
Yes,
time,
he does.
and he had no ring announcer,
time.
and I was just an audience member, and there was a microphone sitting there. So the wrestler won his
I used
match,
to sit next to you at those.
and I grabbed the microphone and I said, "And your winner, and new." And then John comes down. He's like, "Who in the hell was that?" That was me.
That skinny bitch.
And it's so ever since I've been his ring announcer for his wrestling shows back in the day.
So, Marky Mark, Jennifer Aniston did that movie Rockstar,
Yeah,
right?
It's a good one.
Singing in the crowd.
that was me.
You're me.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, well, that's me. That's me.
we go.
Where's my Jennifer Aniston? God dang it, babe, I love you. I know she's watching.
Gotta get out of jail free if
I
Jennifer.
just called him Marky Mark.
I like it. I know.
I know Marky Mark. I know. Feel the vibration.
He would do. He would trade.
I,
I know. He would trade that up in a second. Joey Joe.
Joey Joe.
Is that a get out of jail free Jennifer Aniston? His wife. Is her wife okay with it?
You know,
if it's Jennifer.
damn, who
Aniston,
was it?
You can come home after,
well, her pass is Channing Tatum.
and you're okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
She gets packed to high hell.
Oh, jeez,
and she
babe.
gets to come home.
She has to come home.
No, it's Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum, ride my pony, you know.
Yeah, he is Magic Mike.
Yeah, there's a lot of girls out there, but I think Jennifer Aniston, when she was in that
Who
movie,
would your wife be okay with? Not you. You're okay with God knows. The whole
fuck,
thing,
it's just
The whole phone book. Like,
the whole probably the whole dictionary. Honestly,
Yeah.
there's not really one I could pick. What's your name? That played on the Avengers. What's your name with the beautiful lips?
yeah, that one. Colombiana.
Johansson?
Yeah,
Oh, that one. I was thinking
yeah,
the other one.
yeah. She's pretty hot.
What about you, Rage? Are you married?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Actually, I have 2 wives.
Oh well, shit! I should have known.
Since we're
Rage
talking,
and Ing.
Wow,
Rage Ing.
Like you and I grew up.
me too. Is it left and righty or what?
Do you know that Rage is from Utah?
How'd you manage this rage? Like,
No, let's get real. Do you have 2 wives?
I have 2 wives.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah, my first wife met in New York City
Wow.
in 2001. Met her in 2003.
Okay.
And we've been together since New Year's 2004.
Okay.
And then, so she was a professional ballerina, choreographer, dancer. We moved out here.
So you're from back east.
Yeah,
I don't
from New
hear
York.
it at all. I hear the New York thing. I don't. You hide that well.
there's a movie documentary called Fear City
Okay.
on Netflix.
Okay.
Right? The first 20 seconds, they're playing a reel. They're playing back a tape. You don't have that fucking money in my hand. I was just like, oh my God. Tony, Volley, Penny, all of them. It just comes fucking.
I love it though. So we're kind of in the same age bracket. I'm thinking you know about New York hardcore,
Oh, yes.
because that's my shit.
No shit.
I love that shit.
All
dude.
right. Shout out to Adam Blake, H2O.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's really
He's out
cool.
That's
here.
crazy.
He's with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
And you
Well,
he was
it's
a
better
training
weather.
partner of mine in New York.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy.
that's where all my in-laws are from,
Harley
Brooklyn and the
Flanagan.
Bronx,
Harley Flanagan trains
Yes.
at Hicks and Gracie.
and Jersey.
Right?
Yep.
What a beautiful guy.
Been there for the first time. It was fun.
New York?
I met 2 years ago. I actually went there for just a family trip because my in-laws are from there, from the Bronx and Brooklyn, and I have family in New
So
Jersey.
you ate your way through New York?
Dude, I had pizza. I had woe hopping down in Chinatown. I went to see the typical Liberty and the island and all that stuff. But the food, the cannolis. I'm a big fan of cannolis. The cannolis over there, over here you can't get the same. My wife always told me,
You don't have
No,
people
that's
that
true.
came through Ellis Island? Nobody wrote their name in the book?
if they put a probably thumbprint. Because like I said, I'm more native than anything else.
So you don't have anybody that came through?
No, I don't think so.
How about you, Rich? Do you know of any ancestry that came through that island? I know my grandpa.
Because a lot of my in-laws are all
my mom
Jewish.
did.
So my mother's side,
100%.
they're pretty much all indentured servants from
Oh, yeah,
Canada.
yeah.
And
French? That's French Canada.
yeah,
Montreal.
but probably Scots Irish.
Oh, okay. That's still the path.
Yeah. And on my father's side, all the fuck over Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Russia, England,
I can see it.
Germany.
Savage animal that he
Fucking
is.
mess.
So when did you move from New York to over here?
2004.
Okay.
2004. We moved from Manhattan to Manhattan Beach because it was spelled the same.
Oh, wow.
And the rent was about the same.
What about to say?
Hey, we can live in a shoebox for $2,000 a month.
But back to the story about your two wives. You met your first wife. She was I'm still on stay on target. I want to know what's happening with
so
that.
many questions about this.
Right? Okay. Fuck. I'll just tell the whole story. And
We're going to listen now.
yeah.
I can't
I'll be
wait.
quiet.
I have some coffee, please.
Take over, Joe.
So it actually goes back to my first wife, who, let's see, can't say something nice.
Oh, jeez.
Years of couples therapy.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The thing about couples therapy is that both people have to want it to work.
That's a fact.
Right? She just wanted to win. So I was growing and changing and learning relationship skills and communication. Right? Right?
It's a good thing.
And she wasn't. She was learning to win. So that's just to introduce.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm done. I don't care. We're getting separated, divorced. I'm not dating anybody. If I do, it's going to be a bisexual bad girl who doesn't give a fuck.
Oh, this guy.
Damn.
And
God bless him.
yeah, and the owner of the Pilates studio that was subleasing at the gym that I was running
That means she could do
said, "You know
dangerous
what?
things.
You need to ask this girl out."
Whoa.
And so I did.
It's like
She
dating
said,
Gumby.
"I have a boyfriend right now."
But I'm not going to invite him.
And needless to say, she didn't have a boyfriend much longer.
Wow.
Yeah, so then we moved here.
Yeah.
We've been together ever since. And then in 2007, 2008,
Yeah.
my wife Taryn was choreographing for a dance company.
Cool.
And in that dance company was our other wife, Sarah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's an agreement.
It's a trouble.
You're my idol. You're serious about this.
Wow.
Yes. It
I
is
wonder he's
a
so.
perfectly balanced
Look at this guy.
relationship.
Rage just became my new personal hero. Wow.
Well,
There you go.
I said he was
But
a
let me
mystery.
tell you this. If it wasn't for all the work I did with the fuck-up wife,
Yeah.
I would still be a fuck-up.
Yeah.
And this would never work.
Yeah.
And honestly, I can say I do not recommend it. It is
I can
not
imagine.
twice as much work. Right?
Yeah.
I can't do the math on it, but it's a logarithm or an algorithm of complexity, of triangulation, but
You're a fucking
I
Jedi.
Wow.
This guy is.
I love geometry. Wow.
I just can't afford it.
think about it this way. Think about it this way.
I know. That's true.
What's that?
How do you stay enraged when you know you have all that release? This is the Jedi of love.
Are you sure your name's
You've met
Yes.
You bet true.
Yes.
So-
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
True.
Walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine.
Wow.
Oh,
They don't make pads big enough.
Oh, that hurts.
oh, that thing is big. What do you showed us though? Damn.
Raging.
I'm not gonna tell you folks what it was, but
Yeah.
we'll probably get shut down. That thing was huge.
Yeah.
New York hot
No,
dog.
we still have not found a pair of tie pads that I can legit do pad work with True.
Wow.
6'4", and now he's fucking like 240.
Yeah.
Jeez.
COVID weight.
COVID weight.
Good COVID
Lifted
15.
He's yoked.
Lifted.
He's
I'm
yoked.
I'm not sure what fighter, but one of our viewers said, "Dude, a guy just got his arm crushed on the Contender Series." I'm not sure what that meant.
Check it out, Evan.
Yeah, some guy got his arm crushed. I'm not sure if he broke his arm or
Probably one of those.
probably didn't want to tap out. But anyway, I'm just letting you know that's what one of our
Lucky bicep crush.
Oh, bicep crush. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
wow.
true.
what's a bicep crush?
Well, that's when they lock it up and yeah, set your bicep. There you go.
I'm not. Okay. Jesus Christ. That was the highest I ever screamed in my life.
I believe that was the one submission that broke someone's arm here. And
Oh, yeah?
Was that a bicep?
It was a modified from a single leg.
And it busted through.
Oh.
We had the EMTs, everything.
Here or there?
Here.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez.
Instead of using arms, he went for a single.
Yeah.
And my training partner spinned out.
Yeah.
And then grabbed his own.
Locked it.
Locked it underneath him and then popped it out.
Oh.
What happens is you get some guys like Troop that are super strong.
Yeah.
When you're training with the average Joe, you can break things.
Listen, you train with professionals, you can break things.
Yeah.
They're like mastiff puppies.
Yeah.
Yes. They don't know.
Do you own a Mastiff?
I do not. But I played with a mastiff
That
puppy.
reference, like, this guy owns that dog.
Yeah, so Troop was teaching
Jiu-jitsu.
some grappling yesterday.
Okay.
And he kept demonstrating on the single leg.
Okay.
And he just kept...
Oh, God.
And I'm sitting here trying to look cool.
Oh.
It's terrible. Sorry.
Okay,
I
so-
apologize.
Okay, you might as well take
No,
over.
this is the clip they were talking about.
Okay, none of us can see that, but tell us.
What side is it on? Maybe Robert
That
can pull
was
it up.
porn.
We're here explaining that we're fucking old.
Yes. Not everybody's 20 here.
I know. I'm like, huh? It was like the old school porn you used to watch on the TV with
was
like
the
the
play-by-play.
waves.
So basically, he was going for what looked like a slam, and he posted his arm.
Can't turn the phone sideways.
Oh.
He just. That's where it snapped.
Oh.
Break
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the radius ulnar or pops out at the AC joint? Or what? Tell me.
That is a no-no. You know, the
When you
first
fall, you're not supposed to do
word
that.
is to fall.
Yeah, fall. Now put your arm out.
And, you know,
Oh,
not
yeah,
a somersault.
no,
But he probably got
It broke at the elbow.
At the elbow.
Where,
Oh Lord.
Like,
Oh, look at his arm right there. You can see it dangling.
oh, yeah.
Woo!
Angle, you can tell where.
I hope he has a girlfriend because he's out of commission for a while.
Not to cut your story off, but that was the
No,
update
hey.
on what happened.
Legit.
We're talking about violence, brother.
It is violent.
Thank you, Aaron, for that update. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just thanking the audience
That was the
member.
bicep chop. So, yeah, that's a mean one.
No, it was
Right, an elbow break.
Oh,
More
a
at
post,
the elbow.
a post.
The way it broke, but yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see people do it, and it seems like when they touch, then they bend. But
Right.
if you miss that millisecond,
He was probably wobbled before he got tossed.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it led into. Is like
Oh.
through while these wild exchanges, you get in the back position, slammed them, and
Yeah.
Damn.
it's over.
Unless the other guy was crafty enough to do it on purpose.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I've been shown those kind of moves from the gentleman that runs this building. Yeah. Most of what he does is on purpose. You know?
Yeah.
Purposeful.
I will tell you over the next... Man, rules have got to change. Right? Knee stomps. Like, okay, so... I know.
Yes, I mean,
I
as a
sound
good
like
kid,
my fucking grandfather, but...
he's a wise man.
I was sitting there talking to going, in 15 or 20 years, you guys are going to look back and you're going to be like, I can't fucking believe that we fought with knee stomps. Because what's going to happen is somebody's actually going to show, bang, and
Didn't even go out.
snap. Just what happened tonight to his arm
Yeah.
is going to happen to somebody's leg.
Lights out.
And the reason that I think that they should be taken out,
Okay.
so far, knee stomps have not ended fights, but they have shortened careers and they have resulted in surgeries. Right? We take headbutts out.
Yeah.
Headbutts don't end fights. No, but they cause a mess and they shorten careers and scar tissue. Right? Okay, cool. And what's this shit?
Yeah. 12 to 6?
Still, this is illegal.
Yeah, because someone saw it and they thought it was devastating.
I saw.
It was off of like the rules when they were making the rules. They
Yeah.
saw like karate, the old school
Yes.
style where you all those boards.
Someone
are all
assumed it was devastating.
Yeah, it was devastating. But
Well,
you look at the
and
physics of it. It's
the
no
lore is that it was a late night 2 a.m. network. It's like, okay, so maybe we need to ban Dim Mak as well.
Yeah.
because-
Yeah.
And the no touch knockout.
Yeah, whatever.
Because I saw those demonstrated, and man, right?
Pressure.
Because I remember as a teenager, I was at this bar, and they had a
As a teenager, I like.
well, they had a bunch of ice, and I did the concentration, and I did the whole, and I broke through the ice, and I won money, and I ran from all these Asian guys.
Where was this bar at?
It was that Karate Kid
It was
movie.
in Okinawa. And I will tell you how many times I actually say, remember that scene? And
Remember that scene?
kids today go,
What are you talking about?
oh, God. No, this actually...
I thought he was fucking with me.
No,
The entire village has a drum.
As someone who hasn't seen the original Karate Kid, I was fully convinced. I was like, damn, Joey.
I love that movie.
I can still.
I got the one with, what's his name? Jaden Smith.
Nah,
That's not the same.
Not the same. Not the same.
They missed
And,
that.
you know, Jackie Chan.
Love the guy.
That I
Way
did
to
grow
break
up
my
on.
heart, brother.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I know. I love that guy too.
He was never a Mr. Miyagi. No. Hey, now your son, Banzai.
One of the
Especially
dopest
when he was drunk and celebrating his birthday, and he passes out, because he was crying about his wife. Banzai, now your son, Banzai. Yes. Okay. Back.
That was real. That was some real stuff. You felt it,
Oh, I felt it, man.
right? I like that. Happy Days was onto something, dude. They got it first. They knew. They had talent.
He was a freaking cook.
Whatever. He's Arnold.
This is where you put in the reference about jumping the shark.
Yes.
And get us back online talking about shit
That was a
people
big
actually-
deal, dude.
Jumping the shark?
When Fonzie jumped the shark, I didn't want to go to school. I believed it. Right? He's on a little Triumph motorcycle trying to jump the shark. Oh no, he's on the water skis.
Water skis.
Water skis, because he did the Pinky Tuscadero jump too
Yeah.
with the motorcycle. I watched a
Getting
lot of
back
Happy
to the
Days back in the
violence
day.
that my generation kind of grew up with more our home movies was just whatever the most fucked up YouTube clip you could
Well,
find.
yeah, you guys have everything
Like, those
accessible,
most
so I
crazy
wonder what
things,
you're going to
so-
be like when you're 40.
Well, their movies was more.
Is he old enough to actually hear us talk about this?
He's 20-ish.
Yeah, I turned 21 in a couple of weeks.
We've actually asked him if he's hammered it out, and he's told us a couple.
He showed you?
Well, you know.
You know?
I believe
No
him.
pics didn't happen. All right, that's not what I was asking for.
His time is like they give trophies for everything. Here you go, son. Here you go. Good job for showing up. There you go.
By the time I was his age, I'd already went to jail, had 2 kids, and so they're good kids now.
He gets a
You know?
trophy for premature ejaculation.
That's right.
Yeah. Should
Participate.
have swallowed instead.
Joey. What is it like? Well, you don't even know because you have access to everything. You can see snuff films and porn, everything on your phone. We had to go through magazines and pray to God nobody found them.
Okay, I don't even know which it is. Swipe left, swipe
Yeah,
right. But
I don't know.
Can you fucking imagine
No.
being
Now
I
today,
haven't done it.
19 and
These
haven't
days?
done it.
swipe, like,
I've never done it. This guy does it, but I've never done it.
I can't imagine.
it's like she really likes me.
It's okay, I'm not on camera. He looked at the camera. That was Adam's friend I'm pointing to.
We're making him really uncomfortable.
I don't know where to go. I don't know where this conversation is leading.
Have you done the swiping?
Like, yeah. I
And does it
have.
work?
Yeah.
Are you on Grinder?
That's not nice.
I know that's fucked up.
Don't pigeonhole him. Even if he does.
Well, he likes glory. I heard he likes.
Up on the back.
Well,
What is it?
Grinder
Grinders
is
where Joey finds the men.
that's.
And the pigeonhole is what?
That's a smaller glory hole.
Okay. I'm not current.
I don't know.
A smaller glory hole?
I don't know.
That's disgusting.
Have you done that, Joe?
No,
Where you're thinking a hole?
no, that's
Hammer
no,
on the other end?
no way, dude. That's fucking gross.
I don't know if that's where he stops, but at one point Joey was telling us his whole personal.
He
move,
doesn't
like,
stop.
in films,
He's
like,
holding back.
He's just like, glory hole, that's disgusting. Remember this time where I took this girl and I speared her onto my penis? Oh, that's where he stops.
Look what you're teaching this kid, Joe.
That's my fault, and I'm taking him home today too.
He reads the Quran when he goes home because of you. I know he does.
He probably does. He's like, hello.
Be a Bible,
Yeah.
You better have the sun setting, bro. You better start praying now.
Yeah. Something like that's going on. But yes, going back to the swipe left, swipe right. I'm not sure which one it is, but yes, seems like a lot of options.
I can't imagine functioning. I
Yeah.
can't imagine.
Not with all that availability.
Well, you
Right?
realize it's
And
kind of
then-
bullshit though. Like most
Yeah.
people are on there. It's like they're on there for that reason of just hooking up for somebody. But if you're actually looking for relationships, it's more.
Oh, listen
kinda
to you.
natural now. Like
At your age, dude, you should be just pounding it out right now. Ground and pound all day, son. Worry about it until your 30s and maybe 40s till you get married. Right now, just boom, 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 like a jackhammer all day, kid.
Guy with one nut telling you what to do.
I'm just telling you, bro. You're too young to be all relationships, flowers, and candy.
I'm not
No.
saying me personally, but I'm just talking
It's
about
okay.
people in general.
You got a heart. It's okay to
Just in
have a
case people know who Adam is, you'll see him on the show sometimes. A very skinny, good-looking guy. I mean,
Well.
he forgot his partner today, Beavis and Butthead. You know the.
You know,
What-
he had to
how
take
did you
care of
get
his
here
dad,
without
go do
Beavis?
My pops.
Oh, that's
My
cool.
dad.
I thought it was the carpet riding, but anyway.
He rode over in that. Yes. AKA the Lexus my dad drives.
So Adam's a part of a show down at Subfighter Laguna Hills. They call it the Fight Life Connoisseurs.
Oh.
And it's Andrew Freelove,
Yeah.
Adam Araby, and Francesca Dominique.
Yeah.
Francesca Dominique. Right? Right.
How do you spell that?
Yeah.
Francesca Dominique.
You know. But yeah, they do a cool show. But Adam Lynn, I'm sure you've heard of him down at Subfighter. They're incredible guys.
Cool.
They got a good team down there. But it's just to give him a little background of who he is. We fuck with him.
Tell me this. The fuck is Gym Crashers? When did it start?
Okay.
Whose idea was it?
That would be my idea. So, my partner in crime here, the Polynesian Panda, who occupies that chair there as producer,
Okay.
comes into this gym. Sunday mornings, we were doing our thing, and he says, I'm quitting my job. He and I have similar jobs for 20 years. I said, that's not a good idea. He says, because I'm the last person to ever be rational, but we got bills. He's got a mortgage, 2 kids. I've been there, done all that myself. So I said, what are you thinking after class? And I'm doing jiu-jitsu this morning, and he tells me I just want to start a network, and we're going to do this thing. Well, he's my brother, so I said, I'm in. I want to do comedy. I want to crack jokes. I want to talk dirty. I want to be like Eddie Murphy back when he was raw. He's all, whatever.
Come out in that leather suit
Yes,
too, you know.
yes,
yeah.
yes. And the truth is, we had other people that had heard what he was going to do, and they wanted to be a part of it. And being the kind person that Robert is, not me, I would have said, "Now fuck you guys." But Robert said, "Yeah, that's cool. Like, I want to put together multiple shows," and he did put multiple shows on a network on YouTube. He calls it Free Admission Media, and those shows are available to this day. There's stripper shows, stripper comedy shows. Tron Jones does a comedy show. It's really, really cool. Gym Crashers. We did the original incarnation of what we're doing now was called Full Contact Fanatics.
Okay.
As with any dojo, fight academy, there's going to be fallout. So we had some fallout. People aren't here anymore. At that time, I was just color. Well, I'm probably still fucking color. Not that intelligent. So I'm just there. Color's the funny guy. I like to think I'm funny. Nobody else does, but I think I'm
Hence
funny.
the fallout.
Yeah, it's big time.
That's actually probably right. Long story short, that was someone else's show, and I was just pinch hitting, trying to help the show grow because the person sucked. So I said, you know what? We train, we do our thing. I'm going to go out and do a crash course, and I'm going to ask permission of because we come from the old school where you don't just go train with people.
Right.
Ask my instructor. I'd already been a brown belt at that time, so my loyalty was established.
Okay.
Would you mind if I go out and trained at other places and filmed it so I can put it on Robert's network? And he said, no, that's cool. What are you going to call it? I said, well, crash course sounds good to me. Just a day, not go there forever, but take a crash course, see what people are doing. There's Sambo out there. There's, Kali. There's Eskrima. There's different things going on within training environments, and I want to see what the fuck that's all about. That was the plan. I'm injured. Got fucking 3 vertebrae out in the neck as we develop through training for numerous years, whether it be boxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, all the above. You get those things. So I pull one of my friends, a young guy, and said, you better do this with me. It'd be really cool. You're tough. You're fucking fighting already. Let's do this. Robert's filming it. We're going out to, King's MMA, Black House. We went out there and hung out with the guys, how we got to know Blake and yourself. And Crash Course was something that if you type in on YouTube, there's a Crash Course in everything, so it wasn't a good name.
Right.
So Gym Crashers became the name.
There you go.
Crashing gyms.
Yeah.
Since we can't always get out there to visit everybody, we decided to bring the best of the best here to crash our gym because we are operating literally in a training facility where we have a boxing coach and a legit class downstairs. We have legit jiu-jitsu and true vale-tudo, as I like to call it, because that's what it was coming up, and that's where our instructor comes from. So it's striking. It's not sport jiu-jitsu. In fact, we don't even know about some of the things such as stalling and a lot of the things that they're doing today.
Right.
They were never taught to us.
Right.
So we're in a different world. So when you speak of fighting, and
that's where I did That's
Yeah.
where I did my fighting.
Yes. And I hear you, because being under this environment, being in this town, it would not be uncommon for someone to come out of jail with some kind of skill and walk in thinking they're tough, and then the instructor goes like this. And you have to know what that means. You know what I mean? It's your turn. Don't let me down. So we have that kind of environment. So that's how we grew up. So no wonder most of us are injured as we near our 50s. You know?
Hey,
But that's Gym Crashers in a nutshell.
awesome.
Robert, our producer, has great vision and likes to really put videos together. You've seen Blake's stuff with the mask and the special effects.
Oh, no kidding.
That's the dude.
There you
He
go.
does
Not
that.
only do I have that on my Instagram.
Vanessa Demopoulos,
Yep.
Robert shot her, and
Nice.
there's so much that he has done. I don't know anything about that. I watch it, I help, I hold the camera, put in a light. He says, "Dad, you know how to do it." I don't know a fucking clue.
What I know about it,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Yeah, exactly. and technical, and he's a
So
very
hard.
technical
I
guy.
gotta line this up at 2 milliseconds to the left. Fuck.
But let me toot his horn a little bit. So through doing all of this, we have live streamed MMA events, jiu-jitsu events. I've been a commentator at Muay Thai events, jiu-jitsu events, MMA events. We've done Sparstar. We've done CXF, LXF
Subs.
in some capacity. Gosh, we've been to so many different things.
Yep.
Most recently, we're in COVID.
Submission by the Shore.
We're doing submissions on the shore.
Mhm.
We did jiu-jitsu overtime, undercover, in an undisclosed location somewhere on the map. Near the Gulf of Mexico and Mexico. We went, during COVID, and we streamed that shit. And Robert really is the guy. Like, I didn't realize this. I'm like, we should do this all the time. I told him this. We should do more of this because we made good money. Let's go do this. Let's move. He's all, and how do you intend on doing that? I'm going to go, and you go that way. I go this way, make double. He goes, good luck with that. And I didn't realize at the time,
Yeah.
it can't happen without him.
Yeah.
It just cannot, because that whole thing up there, I
Yeah.
couldn't fuck with. He built that machine right there. He built it. I don't even know how to turn it on.
It's not as hard as you think.
Well, it-
That's why we have you, Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me tell you that getting punched in the face is not as hard as you think.
Yeah.
Certain skills, certain people have certain skills, okay? If
Yeah.
you want to spend 12 hours editing,
He does that.
And
I'm sleeping.
Gesundheit.
it's funny, and then eventually they found me at Home Depot one day because they needed somebody funny. I was standing out there looking for work, and then Robert, hey, you speak English? I go, CC, I speak English. Are you funny? CC, I am. So I got done, and there I am.
But one more thing is that we set out to accomplish certain things, and Robert has nailed all of them. And we have, having Rage here is one of those things. I really mean this from my heart.
Yeah.
Like us, subscribe to us, and share the link, because I can't bring Rage here unless you're watching, and unless you make this meaningful, because he's going to be like, I don't want to do it. So thank you for that.
Oh, thank you.
And that's what this is really about. It really is about the fight game. And
Awesome.
you represent that. So the idea here is, you want to know more. You really are one of the, not biggest mysteries, but we're finding things out. And you're very open. I love that. But there's things that we would not have known.
Like my 2 wives.
Like, exactly. And you're really not Blake Troop's dad. Like,
I'm really Dad. I
you
have.
see those two walk up to a fight. I'm walking up to Florentine Gardens one year, a couple years back, and I don't even think Blake was fighting, but Rage and him are walking up together, probably cleanly shaved, ready to go, checking out the scene, and I'm like, that is a father and son that I would not fuck with. just they look like they were inseparable. And then later I know them, and I'm like, fuck, you couldn't be tighter as a coach and student.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just couldn't be.
And Rage, with your attitude and everything else that you explode with, do you ever thought about back in the day to even because we do a wrestling podcast show here. Do you ever think about back in the day becoming a wrestler at the time, or?
That was never
on
my radar, never
Wow.
in my wheelhouse.
Okay.
No.
Me either.
I could see it just ways
just wasn't.
not lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I was-
Although now, with Troop making his, and now it's a world that, and let's be honest, Chael Sonnen,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? The game has
Ronda
changed.
Rousey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even back when I was fighting, the two worlds did overlap, and we
Yeah.
MMA
Yeah.
learned
Fact.
a lot
Yeah.
from professional wrestling.
Rampage Jackson,
Yes, exactly.
Tito Ortiz,
Right.
all those guys.
Yeah. And if no one wants to watch you,
Mhm.
then you might as well go fight in a parking lot.
Yep. Yep.
Which we do that too.
And then you just, I like that a lot better. But there's something important that you mentioned is that the best fighters in the world sometimes, and over the past 10, 15, 20 years, have got ignored because they couldn't sell themselves.
Right. And I can't tell you, listen, go into any boxing gym in any urban area,
Yeah.
any rough area, and you will find someone, guaranteed, you'll find someone named Bear,
Yep.
Shotgun,
Yep.
Two Guns,
Mm-hmm.
a name like that.
Knockout
right?
artists.
Now, they are, yes, they're no longer competitive,
Mhm.
and they'll kind of come in and
Yeah.
Thursday evening, right?
They live for it.
Hungover.
Yeah.
You've never heard of him, never met him. He's laying out pros.
Yeah. The pros are
shits and
going there for a
giggles,
reason.
and then he goes home.
Yeah.
There are so many incredibly talented, and then so the reason you've never heard of me, I got injured.
Mm.
That was it, right?
Legit.
2001, I was training. Now I had just come off of an injury. I had a herpetic ulcer on my retina,
Oh, wow.
and you want to talk about pain? That is the most pain that I remember. So I was coming off that.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have my contacts in. My vision was, and I was rushing back to training, and I should not have been sparring.
Mm.
And shout out to Phil Cruz, who I'm still friends with. Perfect uppercut. Boom!
Oh, jeez.
Now, if his technique was just a little bit not perfect,
Mm-hmm.
I probably would have lost the eye.
Mm-hmm.
But because it was so perfect, it went straight, the eyeball expanded evenly, and the eyeball was saved. But every bone that could break
What is that?
in my orbital.
The orbital.
Jeez.
And
Wow.
I feel you.
That was it?
100%, yeah.
I was a case study at Tisch Medical.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember hearing about this,
Okay. In New York.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was the end. That was the end of the fight.
Well, it's probably smart. Sometimes I think people don't know when to
And how
call
the
it.
fuck does Michael Bisping fight with one eye?
Right.
Like, wait a second.
Right.
Wait a second. Did I miss something?
Yeah.
Yes, I
You get
missed a lot.
clinker.
But he did a little better even after that. He
Right?
continued
Yeah.
to grow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you
I
know,
think it was he found after he lost his eye, that's when he went to Jason Perillo and kind of switched gyms.
He
and,
had
like,
to because he
yeah.
was stagnant prior to that, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Like, so
But
it
then
goes
he
to show
really,
what like a good coach and good different systems and evolutionizing can really do for you.
yeah, he needed it.
I mean, listen, you got to give credit to Bisping. I hated Bisping when he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
fighting.
It wasn't a
I
favorite.
love him now.
Yeah.
That's the biggest 180 flip. Like,
I agree.
And honestly, I can't say I hated him. He was always cool to me.
Yeah.
But
His persona.
when he was fighting,
Yeah.
I didn't like
Yeah.
how he presented himself.
Yes, yeah,
Now,
his
as a
persona,
professional, as a commentator, I love him.
Great
I love
podcast too.
Yeah. He's intelligent.
Yeah. Hilarious.
He knows about podcasts.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He better. That's his thing. That's your generation. I didn't even know what one was. Robert tells me we're going to start doing a pot. What is that?
What is that?
Are we going to grow pot? What's a podcast? We're going to grow weed?
What kind of
Yeah,
cast?
yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm in. You're my brother. I'm in. You know what I mean?
Since middle school.
I'm that guy. I'm the guy that goes to get the trash bags and the bleach. Because, whatever we got to clean up, we got to do, right? I'm that guy.
Really?
I'm up quick. I don't mess around. See, it's very incriminating. I'm that guy. For the homies, for the people I love, right?
I'm a
Then we're outta here.
I'm a gentle
We're
bear.
going to a non-extradictory country.
Liar!
Joey, I couldn't get Joey out of bed if I tried.
No, because once I throw that sleep app machine, I'm done. I'm like, I mean, it's like I'm flying a jet when I'm wearing that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. It keeps me alive.
So, Joey, we have a segment on this show that we like to refer to as Bull or No Bull. His name is Joey the Bull. That's his,
All right.
that's his name in the game. Now, he's got 3 stories for you. At the end,
all bull.
I think so. I really believe that. But this fucker assumes that one is true. We have to
Okay.
guess. We
Wait,
won't know.
one
till
is
often.
true?
Yeah, one is true. Three are told one is true.
And we have to guess which one's true.
But on camera, you can't tell us. That'll be next week, but he'll tell us off camera. But we can guess. All right. Tell us, Joe.
Well, welcome to Bull or No Bull with Joey the Bull Hinojosa. That's right, that's me. Anyway, one of my stories, I was on this cruise down to south of the border, down to Mexico, right? And of course, our boat had to get turned around because we were trying to go to, I think I was Puerto Vallarta, and there was a storm over there. So they turned us back and they brought us back to Ensenada. So I was like, all right, cool, let's, so I was like, cool, all right, let's get off the boat and let's enjoy ourselves. So here we're walking along. I'm here with my lady and the family, and my brother-in-law's with me. And we see this massage parlor. I'm like, oh, cool, massage parlor. And it's like dirt cheap. I'm like, okay, cool, let's go inside.
In Mexico?
Yeah, in Ensenada.
There's no such thing.
when you enter the door, they have this lady. She's very Sofia Vergara. Like, damn. Like, wow, okay, cool. I guess she's going to massage us, I guess. So I go.
Cool with that?
Well, it was just a massage. It was like the place plus the place.
Sofia Vergara? Okay, I'll take
No,
it.
but I'm saying the place was very open and they had no closed doors. It was a very open parlor.
Okay,
it had like
got it.
walls, but it had a curtain. So,
Got it.
you
Do you
get
have to
it.
be naked?
No, I think I wore my underwear. I think.
This
And
is the bleach blonde.
so,
I think.
And so, no, I was a little pudgy. I was a pudgy guy. I'm married. I'm married at the time now. So,
Okay.
so here,
325.
so I laid on the bed, had my head
Sorry to
down.
interrupt. Everyone else keeps track of time in years. We keep track of time in
Pounds.
weight.
So right here, I was weighing about 400
True.
pounds. I was weighing about 400 and some pounds right there. So I lay in this bed.
This is recent.
So I'm laying in this bed, and I'm thinking this is the girl that I met at the door because my brother-in-law met somebody else at the door. So I'm like, great. So she's massaging, and she has the music playing. It
You
was
didn't see her. You're laid out.
yeah. So she's getting everything. I'm like, oh my back. She even like did everything. I mean, I was like, woo, like it felt really good, right? Well, towards the end, she goes to my ear, and she's like, do you want extra? I'm like, oh, I no, I'm cool. Like I'm married and I'm good. No, are you sure? No, very cheap, extra. I'm like, no, I'm good. And of course I'm picturing this girl, Sofia Vergara. I'm like, oh my God. And as soon as she asked me again, and I kind of put my head up and I looked, it wasn't Sofia Vergara anymore.
Who was it?
It was almost like Lady Shrek.
Oh.
She had a gold tooth.
Oh.
Her hands were very manly.
Oh.
And she was already like, she had like her shirt was all kind of going down a little bit.
She
Kind
looked like a housekeeper.
Oh yeah, dog. And I was like, oh, you know what? I'm good. Thank you very much. Hey, you got paid already? I'm just like, oh, no, it's okay.
So she liked you. She was ready for a freebie with you.
Yeah. So I took off. That's my first story because I was just gonna get a handy, or supposed to get a handy from Lady Shrek that had a gold tooth in their mouth that wasn't Sofia Vergara.
You might have liked it.
No.
It's been a while.
No. Now
That's
this
story number one.
This is story number one. Now, story number two. This takes place way before I got married. Okay, I mean, I was a little thinner at the time, and
Can you give us a weight so we can figure if you're
I was like, okay, I was like 220, right?
Oh, okay.
And this is
That means he's 19.
I had the blonde hair,
That must be 1995-ish because
No,
he was coming on the scene.
and so
Early O's.
and so
Shit that's
I had love for everybody. I had love for all the girls. And one day, I got with this one girl. She was a little pudgy. I had no hate.
Where did you meet her at? Club Bubble?
No, it was one of those things where it was like a team playing. It was like being a team player because I was working with Rodman at the time, and there was a girl that was very annoying, and she was a little chubby, and so I'm like, all right, let me just take her. I'll let you guys have a good time, and she.
Oh, so you're working for the man, and you
Yeah.
take the grenade.
Yeah, well, all the hot chicks were with him, so here I'm in the limo, getting ready to do some business.
Oh.
So here I'm just like doing my thing, and we're going at it. I mean, I'm just bumping and grinding. And next
Poor
thing
limo.
I'm thinking, I'm pounding the air out of her. I'm like,
Oh.
and next thing you know, I didn't realize it wasn't air.
Poop?
I was fucking the shit out of her,
She pooped all over?
literally.
Did she have chili fries in that?
I don't know. She must have Del Taco or something.
Watermelon seeds?
And fortunately, we had water. We had everything in the limo, so I had to wash everything off. I'm like, she didn't even tell me I was.
Smell it?
She didn't tell me I was in that area. I thought I was in the.
Oh, it just went right in?
It just. No, because I was just want to get done to keep her mouth shut because she was just so annoying.
You
I
know
want
what?
to.
When it's all smothered, you probably don't smell it.
And plus I was a little thinner, so you hear the smacking and the.
It's like peanut butter though.
Yeah, but I see the lights weren't really on the limo. I just want to get it done and quick.
Isn't that what truffle butter is called?
Oh,
I like duck butter. You know, it's like, oh my god.
dick butter.
So that's my second story.
Second one, you made peanut butter. Okay, so let me go back. First one is, I
Lady
remind me,
Shrek.
Lady Shrek massage parlor. Now you're making peanut butter in a limo.
Yes.
Okay,
Last story.
they're all very believable, except you probably pork Shrek.
Hey, you just couldn't say married.
No.
She knows you made peanut butter. I mean, that's
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's all
got
good.
hepatitis.
It's all good. No way. No way.
Sanitize and go home.
No, it's all good. No, it was pretty gross. It was peanut butter and Lady Shrek
Call
were.
that Jovid-19.
You know, God, you're so fucked up.
Come on, Jovid.
Well, last story. You know, I was I think I was a teenager at the time.
Okay, so that's like two.
I was like, no, that
That's like 190.
no, this
Like
this
190,
no, this was
195.
like 19 probably 90. You know.
Okay, so you didn't even hit puberty yet. So you're looking at what, $1.50?
Yeah, I was
Until 19, right?
you know, I was a sophomore in high school, and
You
of
didn't
course.
hit puberty yet, did you? I know you're a late bloomer. I feel it.
I'm,
You're so
you know,
emotional.
my voice, honestly, my voice didn't drop until I was like 22
I knew it.
because I sang my ass off, and
When
I
you
was,
have one ball, it stays up.
and plus, I was a lady killer back then. You know, girls loved me. I was a very, very sensitive, emotional guy. You know, but
Cry
you know,
a lot.
and so
Fucking cries.
yeah. So one day I was, no, we had this thing in the choir room. We had two separate rooms: the quiet room, the dress room, the band room. The dress room was really dark, so we all decided to go inside and play a game of like truth or dare. And next thing you know, one of the girls said truth or dare to me, and I'm like, okay, dare. Well, I dare you to kiss. I forget the girl's name.
Adam Woods.
Anyway, so I'm like, all right. So as soon as I put my arms out, I feel the lips getting this close, and next thing they turn the lights on, it was a dude.
Oh,
I can't mention the guy's name because we're good friends, but you know, he's good.
did you continue?
No, I didn't. I stopped, and then I was like embarrassed, like, what the hell are you guys doing? So
Finally let go?
I didn't like. I actually touched, but at first I was like,
Got a firm ass, baby. Like,
but honestly, I felt almost a lip-to-lip contact to turn on the lights, and then everybody started laughing at me, and that's my third story. That I almost kissed my home dude as a sophomore in high school.
Wow. That's heavy, dude. I wasn't expecting that. You're really on fire tonight.
Yeah.
Oh.
So one of those stories is true, and I will tell you next week.
Oh, only one of the stories.
One of the stories is true.
Thank God.
so which one?
So which one do you think is the true story?
The
Poop.
band practice.
I'm going to say poop.
No, I
No?
think that's.
Yeah, he doesn't have that kind of thrust to get it all pushed out.
Back in the day, I mean, she was a big one too. You
He
know,
had the pelvic thrust, or she was just loose caboose.
she must have had Del Taco. I don't know, but I'll tell you the stories next week, folks.
Smell taco.
Please subscribe to Free Admissions, YouTube,
Like us.
.com. Like
Subscribe
us.
to us. Share it.
And of course, these stories once again are brought to you in our great sponsor by Our Life CBD.
In the house.
Check him out. He's in the house. OurLifeCBD.com. Check all of his stuff out. He has great stuff. The stuff, the oils, the creams, the drops. Name it all. He's helping the world out. And check his stuff out. He's really worth it. All those other
Heartfelt.
companies.
That's
All,
very heartfelt. I like that.
all these other companies, they're all watered down. Where his stuff is legit, 100% pure.
Well said, too. He's
Our Life
probably right.
CBD. Check him out.
From our life to yours. But yeah, we got a card coming up. We're going to talk about the UFC coming up this weekend. Yeah, just want to make sure. So we got Adam Araby, who is our analyst, and he's going to break it down for us. He calls it the bloody breakdown.
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah. I would
Bloody
say.
knuckle breakdown?
Yeah.
Okay. At least it's
Young
not the
Bloods,
poop breakdown
bloody
like Joe.
breakdown.
Right?
Hey, they're just stories, folks. Don't be hating out there on the internet. They're
Play in
just
the blood,
stories.
Joey
Just
plays in the
stories.
mud.
They're just stories.
Robert, if you could bring up that fight card for this weekend, UFC, and if you want, we got Rage here, so we're going to get, expert opinion on this. So
I'll
let's
stay over here for this one.
let's start at no, let's bring you on.
All right.
This handsome devil's coming on with you, Rage. You're going to sit right here.
Yes.
No, he's
Talking about how skinny of a noodle I am.
That's okay. Makes one of us. Go in the middle.
no. You guys sit on Rage's Goodyear side.
I'm half deaf and all this.
Plus, after that story I told, he wants to sit next to me. He's like,
He's just like,
you almost kissed a dude.
He's like, all these shit stories.
It's
I
fucking
gotta get over
that
here.
breath. That breath smells.
You know where them hands have been.
Get these hands.
But All right, let's start off with this very great card. You know, the trilogy between Stipe Miocic and Daniel Cormier. The first one on the main card right here. Unfortunately, Ion Cutelaba and Magomed Ankalaev, Ion Cutelaba is out with, I believe, a positive COVID test.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was super excited for that rematch.
And you practice saying that fucking name too.
Ion Cutelaba and Magomed Ankalaev. Definitely. That is the fun part of fighting, is there's a lot of practice of names, and especially in these breakdowns. But we still have a great fight to kick off this main card, and John Dodson versus Merab Dvalishvili, and Merab, as everybody knows him. John Dodson, since he's been moving up to bantamweight, has been on good. I believe he's on a 1 or 2 fight win streak. I personally don't think he's the biggest bantamweight, especially for that division. A little bit later on in his career, he's made the cut to 125. But still has the speed to get it done at 135. And I've seen him with a few, I believe it was his last fight, the way he ended it was one of these quick knockouts and basically those rabbit punches where he's pounding him in. But with Merab's last fight, I was super impressed with Merab. Very well-rounded fighter, obviously a great wrestler. I believe from Georgia is the country. Very great wrestler. And then on top of it too, actually very good stand-up skills, great boxing. And personally, he's been on a roll, and out of that, a really great camp in Matt Serra, Ray Longo. They've had a good amount of momentum with Aljamain Sterling. I believe, Merab was just fighting not that long ago on the same card as, I believe. No, the card after Aljo.
Right.
So personally, I'm going to go with Merab on this one. I think he's going to grind it out, make it a dirty fight. John has all right wrestling, but I just don't think it's at the same level as Merab's.
It's not. It's definitely not.
He's more, like I said, he's more of a flashy striker. He's got that speed advantage, I think, over Merab. But
does he though? Does he? Right.
That's the tough question. That's and especially in these times with training camps, you just don't know. And we know the training camp is proven with Merab.
Yeah. Well, and I hate to keep bringing it up, right? I hate even talking about it, but we kind of have to give everyone a COVID pass.
Yeah.
Right. Fucking weights are off, training's off. Did they get the? So.
Yeah. Is it 6 days notice? Is it 2? We've had 1 day's notice.
Which can I shout out to Vince Conchero stepping up?
Definitely.
Fucking
fun fight.
He did great, didn't he?
He did for a weight class up.
Going
and then
up
on
a
top
weight
of it
class,
too,
fighting a guy that usually
showed the most balls I've seen out of a guy in a while.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see him back at his true weight.
Yeah.
But personally, I'm gonna go with Merab on this one.
Yep.
What are you guys thinking?
He's just being
He's just sitting there. What about you,
I think I'm
Rage?
going for Merab myself.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my money on Dodson.
You putting your money on Dodson?
He's a small package, but he's a badass.
He is, but Merab is also a much bigger badass.
Yeah.
And younger and hungrier.
Yeah, and like I said, just incredibly well-rounded, especially like I said, made his striking skills a lot better in that camp. On to a next. Actually, I didn't know this one was moved up. I'm not too familiar with both fighters, but we have Herbert Burns and Daniel Pineda. I believe
I don't know.
older guy.
I don't know either of them. I'm sorry.
It's all good. I'm gonna move on from that one because I was just moved up. But Pineda does have a lot more experience, but Herbert Burns is coming out of a really great camp in Sanford MMA. They've had a lot of momentum. Gilbert, Vicente Luque, what's his name? Michael Chandler. And they had somebody else I think just got a win too. And so we know his camp, like I said, COVID time, so you have to give the COVID pass, but we know his camp is proven. But like I said, Daniel Pineda, that's a lot more fights than 11-2, 26-13. That's a big discrepancy. So this is going to be one of those good matches of an up-and-coming guy, I think, versus a very experienced guy. Personally, I'm going to take Daniel Pineda because I think just experiences, as of late with fights, I think experience has really weighed in.
Okay.
Personally, with just what I've seen in terms of little mistakes. And like we said, the COVID pass, you don't know what kind of training.
Yep.
You don't know where your skills are at.
That's right.
This next one right here. Oh my
God. This one I'm super excited for.
Oh, really?
This one I'm actually really excited because
Heavyweights.
Heavyweights. Junior Dos Santos versus Jairzinho Rosenstrike. Jairzinho is a great athlete. There's no way. Physical specimen. From what I've seen, I don't think in terms of like what we've seen in terms of heavyweight kickboxers, he's the most technical.
Right.
You know, he'll very much take one or two to give you that one big one.
Yep.
But that one big one can put anyone to sleep. And as we've seen with, like, Junior Dos Santos fought Francis Ngannou. I know they both, you know, that was their both last losses. But like we've seen, got knocked out by somebody with that big power. But I don't see Jairzinho beating Junior on this
I see
one.
that.
I think Junior is just gonna, like I said, it's a matter of MMA experience. Like, Jairzinho's had a lot of kickboxing fights. Don't get me wrong,
Sure.
a lot of kickboxing fights. But Junior he's been in an MMA competition with the best in MMA heavyweights, and I feel like
Blades the best. Really?
Stipe Miocic
Sure.
beat a young
And
Stipe.
JDS has never been the same after
That's
Cage.
true. That's
Yeah.
true.
Never
That's
been the
very
same.
true.
And he's getting old and it's starting to show.
Mm-hmm.
And when he dropped his hand to his hip for that uppercut against Blades, that's not boxing. That's not what is that, right? That's anyone. I'm going with
Jairzinho.
Yeah.
Jairzinho. It's just, I would go Jairzinho, but the thing that's keeping me from taking it is just that, like I said, it's that experience and the technical part of it. He did all right with Alistair Overeem, especially on the ground. I was actually impressed with how much he did actually know, but you can tell he still needs more time to develop.
I'll bet you 10 push-ups.
Especially,
But-
you bet me another 10, Joey.
It's not going to the ground. It's not going to the ground. JDS
That's
doesn't.
true.
Yeah,
Doesn't
That's true.
wrestle,
They're
and his
gonna swing
coach
for the fences.
There's
doesn't
gonna
believe
swing
in
for the
wrestling.
fences.
It's like a sacrilege or something. And I don't speak Portuguese, but anyway.
All right, so we got a little bit of a split in the room. I think I'm the only one going for JDS
Yeah, but
on
you're
this one.
caving to pressure.
You're on your own.
That's
I'm
true.
going
You're changing
Rage.
That's
your
true.
mind. I'm sorry.
That's the hard part. That's the hard part about fighting, though. It's like it could go any way. It's like I
not
like
the hard
both
part-
guys.
That's not the hard part about fighting. That's
Yeah, that's it.
Don't touch me.
It's all good.
let's go.
Oh no, we can like look.
Oh,
Up
shut
there.
No, I need it here.
Oh, all right.
Old man's
My
blind,
bad.
bro.
My
Sean
bad.
O'Malley.
I'm sorry, I fucked up your phone. Why are you touching my shit, man?
And on to the next one of this very fun main event.
Like
a fighter
Sean.
that I followed. Yeah, a fighter I followed for a while. Sean O'Malley
This
versus
guy.
Marlon Vera.
Homeboy up here.
Who that?
Cheeto. Marlon
Cheeto.
Vera.
Cheeto
Cheeto
Vera.
Vera is our homie, man. We love him.
Pers-
We wish him all the best.
Well, of
You know,
course.
Although when I do look at this matchup, and you could see with Sean and the guys he was calling out, I think of in terms of rankings of the guys he could have had this fight, and in terms of matchups, I think this is the worst matchups for him for where he was going to move on rankings wise.
For O'Malley.
For O'Malley, yeah, I don't like it personally. I know
I
he's
don't-
confident.
Care for O'Malley.
Mm.
And I really should. I should like his fucking flashy style and
Mm-hmm.
heavy hands and quick feet. But the fucking Joker clown face and
It's an Ecuadorian flag he's coming in with now.
is that what that is?
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
Ecuadorian flag now.
Now, when your ego exceeds your talent, that rubs me the wrong way. And the shit he's talking and the way he's presenting himself, I got a problem with it. And we know Cheeto.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we know Team Oyama, and we are down.
exactly. Like,
I'm biased on this one. I can't give you an accurate.
well, the problem with this one that like I could see with Sean, and granted, in his training camp, he said we don't really know. He said he's been sparring hard in this training camp. He's not a big sparring guy, but you could tell with his last fight, he even like made some comment. My friend pointed out to me, and I thought was interesting was there was like a moment where he got hit in terms of like the power, and he just wasn't used to getting hit like that. So I want to like, and you see Cheeto like. Cheeto puts on some fun fights, like
What
You
was Cheeto's last fight? Where he fucking got
Song Yadong.
robbed,
Song
right?
Yadong.
Was that-
Yeah, he won that fight. Yeah, and then you look at Cheeto. It's like Cheeto. Yeah, he's a BJJ black belt, but he's no slouch standing.
No,
You know,
yeah.
he's a long guy for the weight class. It's not that much of a reach advantage, I think, for Sean. I think this one it's only like 3 inches or something like that. He's very. Like I said, I want to like Sean's definitely a talented athlete. You can't argue that. But when you look at the ground game, he's constantly hyping up. Oh, this is what I train mainly. This is what I train. But then you're going into it against a BJJ black belt like Marlon Vera. It's like you don't want to take. You don't. Yeah, you're confident in it, you don't want to take that to a ground with a guy like this. He's gonna finish you, like especially with, like you said, all the shit you're talking, and you're pissing off kind of the wrong guy, being like, oh, I'm gonna walk through him. Like there's nothing this guy can present me that I haven't seen. It's like
he's been cakewalked. He's been given the easy fight, and this is his first test.
Mm-hmm.
I think
so too.
The last guy that they fought, that was a gift wrap for his style. Like here's his face. So anyway, I am biased. I will admit that, but it will be a fun fight either way.
I agree 100%.
I'm personally, I think I'm gonna go for the upset on Marlon Vera for this one.
All right.
I think I'm going Marlon.
Cheeto's gonna knock
Just
the color out of his hair.
Yeah.
Just cause like I feel like he's probably not, but I feel like he's underestimating him amongst a little bit with the shit talking and
It's
some
just
of
the
the
conviction of my bias and
Yeah.
persuade your opinion.
Yo.
Call me out on all my shit here. I got nothing. Like, I love how it's
Joey
full of
hasn't said a
shit.
word, so don't
Joey
feel
has
bad.
not been said a
No,
word.
I'm just fixing my hair real
Joey
quick.
will not go against Rage. He's like, fuck that.
Oh no, I'm at my match.
What do you got an opinion here, Joey, on this fight? Or?
No, I already told you who's gonna win this fight.
Yeah? Who?
Yeah, Timo Yama.
Timo Yama?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Timo
Let's go to the
Yama
main
on
card.
this one.
Let's see who's going to
The
talk
main
about this one right
fight.
here.
I'm excited for this one to see Daniel Cormier become the new heavyweight champion. This is an interesting fight, but I feel like if you look at both fights, like Daniel was dominating both sides up until like, okay, like Stipe found the body shots. He could see it was affecting him. You could see when he was going to the body, you know, Daniel Cormier had to put on that Joker smile, like, that didn't hurt. Okay, that hurt like shit.
Well, and how many did it take?
Oh, a lot.
13?
It was like, well,
it was
That's
a lot.
absurd.
and he was
That's
doing a lot to set up that same body shot.
And
But,
it, bomb, but it's like
Bomb.
a good liver shot. You need one, right?
and I'm also
Awesome
really
to do
confident
that.
in DC's camp. Like, DC's been away from his family. He's been with just Duran Wynn, just the guys of AKA. And Stipe is... He's a fireman. He's a fireman in the middle of a pandemic, you know?
Well,
like,
and he had to postpone the fight because of that.
Yeah.
Because he was.
and bringing up eye injuries, as we brought up earlier, like, he's coming off of an eye surgery. Like, he had an injury from that last fight, so we don't know... The guy, like, we don't know what his training camp has been like. I'm sure he wouldn't accept the fight if he didn't be able to get ready for it, but it's just not
Especially against
this
Cormier. Come on.
against
That's a lot of
Cormier,
pressure.
against an Olympic level wrestler, former Olympic level wrestler.
How old is he
And,
now?
40, 40, I believe.
And how's his back?
That's true.
And how's his diet? Right?
Just like mine.
So,
That says a lot.
so it's too close to call, but I'm actually going the other way. I'm going with
Really?
Steve. Yeah.
I really like
Yeah.
Daniel on this one.
Yeah.
I feel like just-
he lives in the gym, right? As you said, the wrestling pedigree. And I agree. How many rounds did they have? The first fight was 1 round or 2 rounds?
First fight was one round.
right?
Yeah, first fight was 1 round because
So
my
out of-
dad saw
out
that
of
one.
5 rounds, DC won 4.
Mm.
Right? Knocked him out in the first
Yeah.
fight. Now, is that a fluke? Was he still injured from Nagano? I don't know. And then he dominated until Stipe knocked him out. But usually the knockout stays with somebody, right? And how good is Strong Sport? How good is Stipe's coaches, right? Because we know that DC's boxing coach taught him how to how to protect the elbow,
Yeah.
how to protect the liver, right?
Especially working with Mark Henry now in this camp. I think that's a big factor here. Like, just look at what he's done for Cody Garbrandt.
Well,
It's like,
but yeah, and maybe that's a good thing.
mm-hmm.
Maybe it's going to work. Maybe it's not. But I'm going with Stipe. But I'm also going to put out the caveat that it is going to be. It can go either way.
It can go either
And
way,
it's
but
worth
I'm-
paying for.
It's definitely
That's
worth paying for.
So Adam, thanks for all your words and just knowledge of all these guys. But where can people find you on your social media?
On Instagram, adam.araby, and the Fight Life Connoisseurs YouTube channel and podcast, and same thing on the Instagram.
Also, and Donda, where can they find you?
Dondo the Gym Crasher on Instagram, John Dondo Facebook, and here at Dillo Jiu Jitsu.
And Rage, where can people find you on your socials?
My name is Rage, R-A-G-E. My last name is Ng, which is spelled N-G. If you search me in Facebook, you'll find me. If you are looking for me on Instagram, it's The Raging. And I have a YouTube channel, which will bore the shit out of most of you, but
I don't know. That promo was pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. That promo, I was pretty lit off that promo. I wanted to go run some laps, do some training.
So if you search Raging in YouTube, you'll see this ugly mug, and please subscribe.
And to find this handsome devil, look up Joey the Bull on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and I think that's pretty much it.
OneTesticle.com.
We'd like to thank our guest, Rage. Once again, this has been Free Admissions. We'll see you next week, folks. Peace out.